There is only one true power, one living presence, one creative force that shapes every world, gives life to every form, and supports every experience you have ever had. That power is not somewhere far away. It is not seated in a distant heaven beyond the stars. It is closer than every breath you take, nearer than the beating of your own heart. It is the awareness through which you know you exist. It is the simple, undeniable feeling of I am. Before you ever say, I am successful or I am struggling, there is the pure awareness of being. There is the quiet certainty that you exist. Simply, I am. This is the eternal name of God. When Moses stood before the burning bush and asked, "Who shall I say sent me?" the answer was not a title, a description, or an image. The reply was, I am that I am. This was not merely a religious statement. It was a profound revelation about the nature of consciousness. It shows that the power directing every experience in your life is the identity you accept as your own. You are not trying to convince an outside force to bless you. You are not begging a distant God to change your circumstances. You are not waiting for heaven to move on your behalf. You are connecting with the very source that creates your reality, and that source is your own consciousness. To ask through I am is to identify yourself with a new reality. To ask is to become. Real prayer is accepting within yourself that your desire is already fulfilled. Consciousness alone is the true reality. The world around you is never the cause, it is always the result. Everything you see on the outside is simply the reflection of what you have accepted within. Life continually mirrors the person you believe yourself to be. You never receive what you merely wish for. You experience what you consistently identify with. The secret has never been endless effort, struggle, or forcing life to cooperate. The real secret is knowing that the outer world has no option but to reflect your inner state. A mirror never debates the face standing before it. It never invents its own image. It faithfully reflects whatever appears in front of it. Life operates in exactly the same way. It reflects the state of consciousness you occupy. If you repeatedly tell yourself, I am poor, whether spoken aloud or quietly felt within, you are giving life to the experience of poverty. If you accept the belief, I am unloved, you have stepped into that identity, and over time it becomes your visible reality. The law itself is completely neutral. It does not criticize, reward, or punish. It simply expresses whatever you consistently claim yourself to be. So asking, I am, for anything is never about pleading. It is about becoming one with the reality you desire. If wealth is your goal, you do not beg for prosperity. You accept within yourself, I am wealthy. Not as something that may happen one day, and not as empty words repeated without feeling, but as a present truth experienced deep within your awareness. Creation is already complete. Nothing new needs to be made. Infinite states of consciousness already exist, like countless rooms inside a magnificent mansion. Every state contains its own experiences, opportunities, and outcomes. The moment you enter one of those states, you bring it to life and begin living its reality. Asking through I am simply means choosing the state you wish to occupy. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It is not a physical destination, but a state of awareness. Every desire you feel is evidence that a corresponding state already exists. Your desires are not meant to frustrate you. They appear because that reality is available for you to enter. If you can truly imagine it, it already exists within consciousness. Imagination is God expressing himself through you. Not careless fantasy, but the intentional act of feeling yourself already living the fulfilled desire. When you imagine yourself as the person you truly want to become, you are speaking the only language I am understands, identity. You cannot live in two identities at once. You cannot declare that you are prosperous while secretly believing you are destined to struggle. You cannot hold tightly to fear while expecting peace to naturally appear. The state you consistently accept as yourself is the one your world will faithfully reflect. A person becomes unstable when trying to live from two opposite identities at the same time. Yet the truth is, you can only occupy one state in any given moment. Every day, whether you realize it or not, you are accepting some idea about who you are. The old self is not your past or your memories. It is simply the identity you continue to claim as your own. Releasing that old self does not mean pretending the past never happened. It means refusing to keep defining yourself by it. Your past has no power except the power you continue to give it. Every time you repeat, "I've always failed," you step back into that old identity and breathe life into it once again. But the moment you stop identifying with failure and begin accepting yourself as successful, the former state begins to disappear because it cannot survive without your awareness sustaining it. To ask through "I am" is to speak from the destination instead of the journey. It means living inwardly as though your desire has already been fulfilled. The true secret is feeling, not emotional excitement, but the quiet, unwavering certainty that it is already done. The instant you genuinely feel yourself to be the person you long to become, you have already asked. In fact, the asking and the answer are one, because your assumption itself is the creative act. From that point, the outer world begins arranging itself accordingly. It cannot do otherwise. A natural sequence of events will unfold without struggle or force. The right opportunities will appear, people will play their part, and circumstances will shift into place, not because you manipulated them, but because the state you now occupy must express itself in your experience. Just as every seed carries the complete blueprint of its harvest, every state already contains its own manifestation. You do not have to figure out how your desire will happen. The how belongs to the world of appearances. Your responsibility is entirely within. Accept the feeling that your wish is already fulfilled and remain loyal to that inner conviction. This isn't about endlessly repeating affirmations without belief. It is about gently returning again and again to the quiet knowing that you already are the person you desire to be. Each night before sleep offers a perfect opportunity to enter your chosen state. Close your eyes and let your attention drift away from the outer world. Create a simple mental scene that could only be true if your desire had already come to pass. Don't imagine the struggle or the journey. Imagine the completed result. If you want vibrant health, experience the comfort, strength, and energy of a healthy body. If your desire is love, feel the security, affection, and joy of being deeply cherished. If you seek financial abundance, experience the calm, confidence, and freedom that come from already having more than enough. Keep the scene short, natural, and easy to repeat. Let it play softly in your imagination until it feels familiar and real. As you drift into sleep, carry that feeling with you. Sleep is a powerful doorway because the conscious mind loosens its control, allowing your deeper awareness to accept what you have assumed as reality. Whatever is impressed upon consciousness through feeling will eventually be expressed in your outer experience. You are not creating a brand new reality. You are choosing among realities that already exist. Every transformation is simply a change of state, nothing more. The world never changes before you do. You change first, and because consciousness is the only true cause, your external life gradually reshapes itself to match your inner identity. Resist the temptation to search outside yourself for immediate proof. That is expecting the reflection before the cause has fully expressed itself. If you have accepted abundance, but temporary lack still appears, don't lose faith. A mirror reflects only after the person stands before it. Stay faithful to your new identity. The law never fails. Every assumption, when consistently lived from, eventually becomes visible fact. Deep within you is a quiet place that has always recognized this truth. It has never forgotten. If these ideas stir something inside you, It is because they are reminding you of what you already know. For most of your life, you have moved through different states without realizing it. Now you are being invited to choose them consciously and create your life with awareness instead of habit. Every time you say, "I am," you activate the creative power within you. Whatever words or feelings follow those two words determine the state you are living from. Become aware of what you attach to "I am," not with fear or anxiety, but with conscious intention. Let those words be joined only to the reality you truly wish to experience. If your desire is love, begin saying within yourself, "I am loved." More importantly, feel what that means. Move through your day as someone who is already loved. Let your thoughts, your reactions, and your private conversations flow from that identity. This is not make-believe. You are simply choosing to occupy a state that already exists. If you seek wisdom, quietly declare, "I am wise," not with pride or the need to impress anyone, but with calm confidence. Stop waiting for some future moment when you will finally become wise. Accept that this quality already belongs to you. As you continue to live from that assumption, life will reflect it back in ways that feel completely natural. You cannot live from two identities at once. Holding tightly to your old self while expecting a new reality to appear only creates conflict. Release the identity that no longer serves you, just as you would remove clothes you have outgrown. It was only a temporary role, never your true nature. At your core, you are simply "I am," pure awareness with the freedom to step into any state you choose. Think about the story of the prodigal son. He did not transform into a different person. He awakened to his true identity. The moment he returned to his father, he was returning to the truth of who he had always been. His father did not reject or punish him. He welcomed him with open arms. Consciousness works in exactly the same way. Whenever you return to the awareness of your true being, there is no judgment waiting for you. There is only the opportunity for a new expression. The person you hope to become already exists. In fact, your desire is evidence of that reality. You cannot long for a state that has no existence. Every genuine desire is an invitation to occupy a state that is already prepared for you. So stop asking from the perspective of someone who is missing something. Instead, choose your state with certainty. To ask through "I am" is to claim it as your own. To truly claim it is to feel it. To feel it is to become it. And what you become will eventually express itself in your world. This is the law. The outer world is nothing more than your inner consciousness made visible. Change your inner identity, and life will faithfully reflect that change. It may not happen the very next moment, but it will happen. Just as a mighty oak already exists within a tiny acorn, the full manifestation of your desire already exists within your assumption. Rest in that understanding. There is nothing to force and nothing to wrestle with. Simply choose the state you want to live in, enter it fully. Remain there until it feels familiar, comfortable, and completely natural, as though you have always belonged there. And if doubt appears, don't wrestle with it or give it your attention. Simply return to your chosen identity. Remember that you are not trying to fight your circumstances. You are changing the concept of yourself. Every time you remember who you have chosen to be, every time you genuinely feel yourself living from that new identity, you are once again speaking through "I am." Eventually, you will realize that nothing outside of you ever needed to be fixed. Everything begins and ends with consciousness, moving from one state to another. "I am" has always been expressing itself through endless possibilities. So choose your words carefully. Choose your identity with confidence. Make your declaration quietly within yourself, knowing that the moment you truly accept it as real, the creative work has already begun. "I am" is both the starting point and the fulfillment. Whatever you consistently know yourself to be, life must eventually reveal. Be still and recognize that "I am" is God, and that God is your own wonderful human imagination expressing itself through you.